Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to another video on Nima Hub. Uh, in this video, we'll be looking at previous price action on GBPAUD, and also we might be looking at USDJPY. But I don't want this video to be long, so if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for watching this video. But if you are coming in for the first time, hit on the subscribe button and turn on your notification, because I will be consistent with dropping forward testing, back testing, and then educative content in the forex industry. Now let's hit the chart. Now for weeks, let me say throughout this week, today is Thursday, that's the 9th of October 2025, we discovered that GBPAUD has been selling throughout the week. So you might be wondering that why are we having a sell? Why are we having a sell? So I'll be showing you the buy that I took, the mistake that I made, and also what I neglect, so that you can learn also from it. Now, before I do that, maybe in the nearest future I'll be dropping video on how I build my buyers and some other things, though I think that has been covered on C2C. Now, there is a way we build buyers, which is either with key level or with what liquidity. So if it is with liquidity, there's what we call, people call it CRT, people call it different name, but the name is not the problem to me. And what we want to see is something like this. This can be a daily candle or a weekly candle, and this also can be a daily candle or a weekly candle. So we want to see sweep of previous week or previous day high, but we want to make sure that the low is still intact. The low of this day one or week one is still intact. So we want the second week to sweep the high of the first week. Then the anticipation is that the third week, or the third week and the fourth week, will now come down to take out this low. So it can be something like this: the third week, then maybe the fourth week will now finish the work of taking out this low. And this is according to some ICT, we call it accumulation, then manipulation, then we have what? Distribution. Now I don't really care about the name. Now this is, most time this becomes high probability if we are already in a bearish market. Now what do I mean by that? Let's say we're in a bearish market. Sorry, let me clean this accumulation manipulation. Let's say we're in a bearish market, then the market is selling already, and then you have something like this. No, let's say the market is selling, you have something like this. Then this will be a very good way to trade this candle formation or candle pattern. I don't want to, or the logic behind this is, it will be very okay, because one, you are not against the trend is already bearish, and this kind of bearish formation also form in a bearish market. So but if it is that the market is bullish, let me say like this: let's say we have a bullish market, right? Let's say that we have a bullish market and I have this kind of formation. Can I trade it? Yes, I can trade it. It is possible and it is tradable. But one thing I would not want to do is that I might not be looking for a sell to take out this low, because what I'm trading is against the trend. So I might be looking for a sell to maybe the 50%, believing that when market gets to the 50% of, from this range high to this range, from this range low to this range high, market can start pulling back up, since we are in a bullish scenario. So and this also works vice versa. Now without further ado, let me just go straight to the chart. Let's look at GBPAUD, and I'm going to look at USDJPY also. Now for this GBPAUD, I'm starting off from the monthly time frame because we are in the new month, so I want to look at what happened in the previous month to be able to know what I'm going to do in the new month. Now in the previous month, let me cut price. Since I'm on a monthly time frame, I should be able to cut price. This is a free trading view, so I should be able to, yeah. Now in the previous month, the first thing we notice is that we are in a bullish scenario, and at the same time we are in a reversal mode. Why do I mean by that? I have a breakout to the upside here on the monthly time frame. Now aside that, I also have a breakout to the downside. Now but remember, this is a monthly time frame, so I can say the sell is valid until maybe we get to a zone here and we start looking for more buys. Now what do we have also? We have a monthly reject monthly at this price level here also, and this rejection of which month is this? This should be August, cause a breakout to the downside. Now if we go to the weekly, what do we have? We have the most recent breakout. Now the rejection on this monthly is the rejection cause what? Go to the line chart. We have what? You can read the price action that we are having here. We have higher low, higher high, higher low, then there's a break to the upside here. Now there's a break to the downside here. So we have a sweep and a break to the downside. Now having that, we can say the rejection of this monthly caused what? A break to the downside. Now this has validated our sell bias that we are looking for more sell. What do I mean by that? There's a sweep, there's a rejection, and there's a break of structure to the downside. Now this is us in this is what? Coming into the new month. This is the end of September, the last week in September. Now coming into the new month, let's go to the daily time frame. What do we have? We still have what? Our recent breakout on the what? On the daily time frame is still to the downside. Our most recent breakout to the daily is to the what? Is to the downside. So we can place price forward. Now I might not be able to use replay buy again. Why? We are in the daily time frame. So anything below the daily time frame, I will not be able to use the replay buy again. But let me walk around this. Now what do we have on daily time frame? We have a rejection of this key level. This is daily reject daily here. Let me make it smaller and let me make this red. We have a daily reject daily here on this price level. Let me make this thing red. Okay, now I'm going to cancel the price action and then go to H4. On H4, what do we have? As a result of this rejection, we have a breakout. Now this is where we have the rejection. Now where's our breakout? So let's assume that this is, any of this is not part of the price action that we are having. Let's see. We have what? A breakout to the upside at this price level. We have a breakout, a kind of a sweep and break at this price level. Look at it. And then we have a sweep and break to this place. We have H4, reject H4 here. Now we can have a kind of a short buy from here. Now this was the buy I picked. This was the buy I picked. I was having my SL around here. because I use confirmation entry. Now I will show you how I use the confirmation entry. So this was the buy that I have. Now I was targeting this high, which was the mistake that I made. I'm going to show you how I made the mistake and how you could have corrected yourself. I was targeting this high, but I got stopped out in break even. Now how do I enter the trade? So let me cut this place. Now I'm assuming that anything beyond this red line has not been formed. I took the trade. Yeah. So I have the before and after. I don't know if I posted it on my Telegram channel. I don't know. Now I had H4 reject H4 here, right? We have H4 reject H4 here. Let me mark this blue. We have H4 reject H4 at this price level. Then I went straight to 30 minutes. Yeah, I looked at 1 hour in correlation with 30 minutes, and this is what I have. This is where I have my rejection, right? Now on 1 hour, on 30 minutes, sorry, I have what? A breakout to the upside. I did not even enter the trade early because I had to sleep. All this time was midnight. You can see this is Wednesday, 2:30 a.m. Then this is a range. Look at this. I have a range low here. I have a range low here. Sweep here. Then there's a break of this high also. So since there's a break of this high, this is the range high, and then this is the range, sorry, that's the range low. This is where the range high is from. So from this low to this high is my what? Is my range. So I had my entry around here. I had my entry around here. Let me delete this. I had my entry around this price level. Like I said, I was trying to take out a particular high on weekly before I was stopped out. So my TP was somewhere around there, but I was stopped out in break even. Now, what was my mistake? I'm going to show you what the mistakes are. One, I was too focused on the daily time frame, which is here. Let me show you the daily that I was too focused on. This daily reject daily. I was too focused on this daily reject daily, ignoring the fact that one, the recent breakout on daily is to the downside. The recent breakout on weekly is to the downside. So now, knowing fully well, let me delete all my chart. I love to make my chart clean. Knowing fully well that the recent breakout, let me use replay at this point. Knowing fully well that the recent breakout on weekly is to the downside, yeah, then I come into the, I think this, I want to come into the new month. Okay, let me go to daily. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Thank you. This is the recent breakout on weekly, right? Now the recent breakout on daily also is to the downside here. Remember, this one is the recent breakout on weekly. This is weekly breakout, and this is what? Daily breakout. This is daily breakout. Now, since the recent breakout on weekly is to the downside, the recent breakout on daily is to the downside, I'm more of bearish than bullish. So any rejection that I'm seeing of any key level here on the daily time frame to give me bullish intention is just what? It is just a reversal. So that was the mistake I made. I was too focused on what? This, oh sorry, I was focused on this buy that I'm having. I was too rigid on it. I was just looking at the buy. Now, how could I have, if you want to pick any other trade, like if you want to focus on the sell, Is it possible? Yes. Now this is how you would have. Now you have what the recent breakout on daily to be what, to be this. Now the daily time frame gave what, inducement. The next candle after the breakout is referred to as single candle inducement. Now look at this. Even though it's with a small peep, I think 1 peep or something, this high was swept. And as market is sweeping this high, if you go to 4-hour time frame, what do we have? We have what, after this sweep of daily high, right, previous day high, not just even previous day, a lot of days this high was taken, then we have what, a breakout to the downside. Can you see? After the breakout to the downside, after my H4 breakout, most time I just go to 30 minutes to mark out what, my range. You see, and I have what, I have a range high here and I have a range low here. Then I have what, I have liquidity here. This is a structure on its own. If I go to line chart, you will see, and you see there is a structure on its own. Now this is a structure here. So my entry will be above the structure. Let me go to 4 hour. Anything above the structure will be my entry, and I would have reversed something like this. This is H4 key level that sponsors sell 1, 2, then it was invalidated twice. So the sell position would have been this place, and I would have loved to cover this high or over to this key level. Then maybe if I go to 2 hours, let's go to 2 hours. There is a sort of imbalance. Look, this is the only imbalance that was there also, which is that specific pricing level there. I would have loved to just cover something like this. Then where would be my TP? Since the weekly is bearish, and then the daily too is bearish, I would have loved to cover. Okay, this will be my final TP, but let me go to daily. This will be my TP on daily, and that's 7RR. I might even take my trade back at this key level. The major thing there is making profit, not just bagging unnecessary or bagging long TP. So I might just take my profits down here, and this is what 5RR. Now I'm going to be showing one last thing on USDJPY, and that will be the last thing we want to look at. UJ. Now you discover that UJ has been buying. Look at, you see these buys that we are having. What happened? What's happening on UJ? It is very simple. Start from the monthly time frame. You see what is happening on the monthly time frame. As we enter the new month, you can try and look at what happened in the previous month to be able to what, judge why we are having buys. Now look at this one. We've taken out this internal range, right? We might be expecting this external range to be taken out. It might not even be this year, because this is monthly time frame. Do you get now? But this is not how I don't look that far on monthly time frame. I just want to see last month and last 2 months. Now what do we have here? Sweep of previous month low. Now in a bullish trend, I'm expecting what, the previous month high, which is this high, at least to be my what, to be my target. Now go to the weekly time frame. I want to see a breakout to the upside. and then from there we can be looking for a buys. What do we have here? We have a breakout to the upside here. And you see, we have a breakout to the upside here, which means that our bullish market has been verified. Now let's look at this. What do we have? Weekly reject weekly. We have a weekly reject weekly, and if you zoom very well, you can see this low also, previous weekly low, was swept. So we have two things that is confirming that we might be looking for more buys. Now let's go to daily. On daily, what do we have here? Look at, on daily we have sweep, break, break. Now this, there's no liquidity here, so I will refer to this place as my internal range liquidity, right? So I'm expecting market to do what? Take out the internal range and then go for the external range, which is this high. Now let me place price forward. Now look at this. Immediately they came down to this what? Daily key level. Daily key level. You can call this Quasimodo. Look at this. Quasimodo level. And we have what? Daily reject daily. And that is why we are having what? Look at. Can you see? After daily reject daily, they came back to this what? V-shaped key level. Now that is why we are seeing daily reject daily, right? And forms what? A new V shape. So you can, this is a kind of confirmation entry also. I might not be able to talk about that in this video. So that's why we are having some level of buys to this. Now remember this daily time frame. Look at instantly. Look at this is the beginning of the week, and you see that's why we are having series of buys. Now why is all this buy possible? It is very possible. Why? One, monthly is bullish, multi-time frame analysis. Weekly is bullish, daily is bullish. Since since we have synchronization between these three major time frames, we might be looking for more buys. We might be looking for more buys. Yeah. Now let me show you something, a kind of advanced market structure. Let's say we have, let me clear, I want to use trading view for this. Let's say we have this is weekly time frame, right? This is weekly time frame. Now you now have a daily doing like this, or you have H4. You have daily doing like this, right? You have daily doing like this, daily or H4 doing like this. Be rest assured or understand this logic that this can be a reversal for the sell to continue on a weekly time frame. Let me show you what I mean. GBPAUD. Let's go back to that GBPAUD. Now, I said one thing. I said when I was explaining or analyzing this GBPAUD, I said the weekly is bearish, right? Weekly is bearish at this point. At this point, weekly is bearish. Daily did something. Daily also is bearish. I want to show you something. Daily is bearish. The recent breakout on daily is to the downside. The recent breakout on weekly is here. And this recent breakout on weekly also is also a recent breakout. It's also a breakout, sorry, on daily. So this line is a breakout on daily, is a breakout on weekly. Now the most recent breakout on daily is down here. Now I told you I was focused on daily reject daily here. Now look at something, look at a trap. This daily reject daily gave what we call advanced market structure on H4. Let me go to H4. Because sometimes some people wonder, I have sweep, break and liquidity. or I have type 1, type 2 advanced market structure, and yet I'm stopped out. This is one of the reasons that you can be stopped out even though you are seeing a kind of multi-time frame analysis. Do you get? Now if I analyze this, this is the rejection that we have, the daily reject daily. This is it down here, right? Now if I analyze what we have on H4 here, what do we have here? We have, look at here, we have break, we have sweep, break, liquidity. If I bring this thing out, can you see? We have liquidity here fed into, look at this is even a sweep, right? A break, and what? Liquidity. Now some people, even myself, I was looking for a buy continuation around this place or this place, but if you have checked what the weekly and the daily is saying very well, you will not have any reason to look for buy here, because an advanced market structure can actually be an inducement. For example, now this is an advanced market structure, but in the real sense it is just what? A liquidity. It is just what? An inducement for the sell continuation. So please note that, don't just jump into a particular time frame, or don't fix yourself on, oh, I trade only daily. Are there times that this thing will work? Yes, there are times that you have something like this and you make a lot of money off it. That's because you are going in line with the trend. But there are cases whereby you will be against the trend and you will not know. That is why you discover that on my time frame analysis, I have monthly, I have weekly, I have daily. So when I come to the beginning of the month, I check what is the monthly saying. The beginning of the week, I check what the weekly is saying. I check. This thing will not even take much of your time. So please do well to check all your time frame before what? Before making any decision in the forex market. So see you guys in the next video. I don't know what the next video is going to be, but see you guys in the next video.